Greystone Prison. 6 a.m. The heavy prison doors echoed as inmates lined up for inspection. Among them stood Ethan Brooks. For 15 years. He had repeated the same words. I'm innocent. No one believed him anymore. Not even the guards. Police headquarters. District Attorney Rebecca Stone entered Emma's office. She placed a confidential file on the desk. A new witness has come forward. Emma looked surprised. After 15 years. Rebecca nodded. He claims Ethan Brooks never committed the murder. The room fell silent. The witness introduced himself. My name is Samuel Hayes. I stayed silent for 15 years. Because I was afraid. Emma asked. Afraid of whom? Samuel looked around nervously. The people who really killed her. Lucas reopened the dusty evidence boxes. The murder weapon. Old fingerprints. Photographs. Nothing had been touched. For 15 years. Then Lucas noticed something strange. One evidence bag had already been opened. Emma visited Ethan Brooks. He smiled sadly. So, someone finally remembered me. Emma replied. A witness says you're innocent. Tears filled Ethan's eyes. I've waited 15 years to hear those words. Samuel described the night of the murder. I saw another man leaving the house. He wasn't Ethan. He wore black leather gloves. Emma asked, why didn't you tell the police? Samuel lowered his head. They threatened my family. Emma returned to the abandoned house. 15 years had passed. Dust covered every room. Then, Lucas found a bullet lodged inside a wooden wall. It had never been collected. Lucas rushed into the lab. The bullet contains DNA. Emma smiled. Run the comparison. Minutes later, the computer displayed. No match found. The killer wasn't in any police database. Samuel returned home late that evening. A black envelope waited at his front door. Inside, only one sentence. You should have stayed silent. Samuel immediately called Emma. I think they're coming. Emma raced towards Samuel's house. Police surrounded the neighborhood. The front door stood open. Inside, everything was destroyed. Samuel was gone. On the dining table, a chessboard remained. One black king stood upright. Beside it, another black envelope. Emma slowly entered Samuel's house. The living room had been destroyed. Broken glass covered the floor. There were signs of a struggle, but no blood. Lucas examined the room. They didn't kill him. They kidnapped him. Emma picked up the black envelope from a table. Inside, only 3 words. Check the prison. Emma rushed to Greystone Prison. The warden looked terrified. Ethan Brooks is gone. What? Someone transferred him last night. Emma checked the official records. There was no transfer order. Someone had forged every document. Inside Ethan's prison cell, Emma discovered a folded piece of paper hidden beneath the bed. It read, I never stopped looking for the real killer. Below it, a street address. Lucas whispered, he left this for us. The address led to an abandoned church on the outskirts of the city. Inside, dust covered the wooden benches. At the altar, a single candle was burning. Someone had been there only moments ago. Behind the altar, Emma discovered a hidden staircase. It led underground. There, an old investigation room waited. The walls were covered with newspaper clippings, photographs, and red strings connecting every victim. Emma found a tape recorder. She pressed play. Ethan's voice echoed through the room. If you're hearing this, I escaped because the real killer is coming for me. I was never running from the police. I was running from him. Lucas dusted the room for fingerprints. One print matched. Samuel Hayes. The new witness had been here recently. Then another print appeared. Unknown. The same unidentified fingerprint found on the 15-year-old bullet. Emma whispered, he's been here. Every monitor inside the room suddenly turned on. A masked figure appeared. You reopened the wrong case. Ethan Brooks was never supposed to leave prison. Emma stepped toward the screen. Who are you? The figure smiled. You'll find out. Very soon. The screens went black. Lucas traced the broadcast signal. It came from an abandoned shipping warehouse. Police surrounded the building. Inside, they found Samuel Hayes, alive, but chained to a steel chair. He looked at Emma. They're too late. He already has Ethan. Samuel handed Emma a folded map. He told me to give you this. The map pointed toward an abandoned courthouse. On the back, someone had written, "Bring the wrong prisoner, or the innocent man dies." Emma looked at Lucas. The game has begun. Emma and the SWAT team arrived at the abandoned courthouse before sunset. The giant courtroom was empty. Dust floated through broken windows. In the center stood only one wooden chair. On it, another black envelope. Emma opened it. Inside was one sentence. Only one prisoner leaves alive. Lucas discovered an old blueprint. There are prison cells beneath this courthouse. The team forced open a rusted steel door. A staircase led underground. Faint voices echoed below. Someone was alive. The underground chamber contained 2 locked cells. One held Ethan Brooks. The other, a masked prisoner. A digital timer on the wall read, 9:58. Emma asked, "Who's behind that mask?" The prisoner remained silent. A hidden speaker crackled. "You may free only one prisoner. If you choose wrong, both die." Lucas whispered, "This is a trap." Emma looked at Ethan, then at the silent masked prisoner. Time kept running. Ethan shouted, "Don't save me. Save the other prisoner." Emma stared at him. "Why?" Ethan lowered his head. "Because he knows the mastermind's real name." The room fell silent. Emma unlocked the second cell. She removed the prisoner's mask. Everyone froze. It was Chief Inspector Alan Brooks, the same officer believed to have died months ago. Alan looked at Emma. "They faked my death." The countdown reached 1 minute. Suddenly, the floor began to shake. A hidden escape tunnel opened beneath Ethan's cell. Masked gunmen stormed inside. Smoke grenades filled the room. Chaos erupted. When the smoke cleared, Ethan was gone. The gunman had disappeared. Only Alan Brooks remained. On the wall, someone had written, "The wrong prisoner escaped." Emma clenched her fists. Alan looked at Emma. "I lied before." Ethan wasn't framed by one man. He was framed by an entire organization. Lucas asked, "Who leads them?" Alan whispered, "I've never seen his face. I only know his code name." The architect. Emma's phone vibrated. An unknown number. She answered. A calm voice spoke. "You saved the wrong man." The call ended. Exactly 12 seconds. Emma looked up. Alan Brooks had vanished. On the floor, another black envelope waited. Across it was written. The black envelope contained a small metal key. Engraved on it, B12. Lucas searched the courthouse blueprint. There was never a basement level called B12. Emma inserted the key into an old maintenance panel. A hidden elevator slowly opened. Someone had built an entire level beneath the courthouse, hidden for decades. The elevator descended deep underground. Its doors opened. Emma froze. Rows of prison cells stretched into darkness. Each cell held someone who had officially disappeared years ago. Witnesses, judges, police officers, people the world believed were dead. They had been prisoners all along. One elderly prisoner stepped forward. "My name is Richard Hale. I've been here 19 years." Emma asked, "Who imprisoned you?" Richard whispered, "I never saw his face." Everyone called him the architect. Richard handed Emma an old folded blueprint. It showed secret tunnels beneath the entire city. Every courthouse, every prison, every police station. Connected. Lucas stared at the map. They've controlled everything. Suddenly, gunshots echoed. A SWAT officer pointed his rifle at Emma. He removed his helmet. He wasn't SWAT. He was one of the architect's men. We've been watching you since episode 1. More armed men emerged from the shadows. Lucas pulled the emergency alarm. The lights went out. Smoke flooded the corridor. Emma freed every prisoner she could. As alarms echoed underground, the prisoners ran toward the tunnels. Chaos erupted throughout the hidden prison. Through the smoke, Emma saw someone running toward her. It was Ethan Brooks. I escaped. But I came back. Emma looked confused. Why? Ethan replied, because I know where the architect is going next. Ethan handed Emma a small flash drive. I stole this before escaping. Lucas inserted it into his laptop. A hidden video began to play. For the first time, the architect appeared on screen. His face remained hidden in darkness, but his voice was unmistakable. I've been writing every chapter of your story. The video suddenly changed. A digital countdown appeared. 5 o'clock. Lucas realized. It's a bomb. Red warning lights flashed. The underground prison had been rigged with explosives. Emma shouted, "Everyone out!" The survivors escaped just seconds before a massive explosion collapsed the underground prison. Emma looked back as smoke rose into the night sky. Her phone vibrated. An unknown number. A calm voice said, "Congratulations, Detective Carter. You've finally reached the beginning." The call ended after exactly 12 seconds. Moments later, a drone landed beside Emma. Attached to it was another black envelope. Across the front, in silver ink, were the words,